And I'd been homies with Hollis since elementary. And then one time I came home and he was making a beat. He was like, you wanna hop on it? And I was like, I'm down. He's like, bro, your fucking voice is like a Ferrari. Like it's like a fucking supercar. Like, bro, we got it. And I could just see it in him. And he was like, the first homie who was like, nah, you need to do this. And I was like, fuck, all right.
Yo, I just want to say that this video is powered by DistroKid. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? You're watching KTL right now. Sitting here with a really special guest. I've been wanting to meet you for a minute, actually.
Really?
I'm with Nate Sib. What's up, bro?
What's good? What's good?
What you been on today?
Just chilling. I got some food. Hit Erewhon like 3 times.
I was saying, it's 4 p.m. by the way, so that, like, how is that even possible?
I know, OD.
Yeah.
I'll be hitting it a bunch.
Nah, I feel that, bro. Yeah, I've been wanting to sit with you for a minute. I feel like I've sort of seen like your rise the past while, but it's funny, I'll see like videos of you singing like from like ages ago, you know? So I'm curious, yeah, what were those videos? Like, were you just like musically inclined like as a child? Like, what was it?
Just growing up, I played piano my entire life, and like at 14, I was just always posting singing videos, and like I've always played piano. I've always had a thing for music and like singing, and I kind of taught myself actually.
You don't get like lessons or anything?
Nah. And then I was just like, I'm gonna post a singing video in like 2019, and then it just kind of like popped off a little bit like in my town. And like all my friends knew about it, and I was like, I want to keep doing this, and then I never did. And then eventually now I'm like releasing music, and I was like, I just gotta stick with it.
You said in your town, like what was the area that, I know
like
you're from Cali.
Mainly like LA,
okay,
like Glendale, like Silver Lake, like East LA, side over there too, yeah.
What do you think of LA? I told you I was Canadian, I live in New York, but like I could never actually wrap my head around living in LA. Like what was that actually like for you as a kid?
It was interesting. It's like you kind of have to find your scene of people. There's a bunch of clubs, there's a bunch of nightlife, and then there's like just a bunch, like the beach, and then you can go to the snow, and like you can be all over if you want. Like it's nice. Growing up in LA was nice for sure.
I think it's interesting that your family, like, you guys are all kind of creative, at least from what I've read online, like so random. I'd be on TikTok and I'll see a video of like your dad doing like stand-up, but then he'll like use you as like, he'll use you and Hollis as like material for his stand-up. And then
he sits out in the living room with all of his buddies. They all come over, just shirtless teenage boys. It's like To Catch a Predator at my house, it is.
And then your mom also does creative stuff too, so like, tell me about that, because if I was you, like, no brainer, I would do something creative growing up, you know?
Yeah. My dad used to do music, he was in a band, and so growing up, I was always around music. He was playing music, there was guitars in the crib, pianos, and just like, he had like a little studio, and he would do podcasts, and he was always being creative. And so being around that definitely was inspiring. And then my mom was a makeup artist as well. She was creative as well, and so definitely like creative household. And then my sister's a photographer.
Oh, that's
She
fire.
shoots like all my videos and directs all of them.
No way, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
My brothers are both, they do video, so it's like, you save a lot of money.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I bet you as well.
100%, yeah. I save a lot of money with my sister. She's the best. We're working on one right now, which is gonna be hype.
What's her name? Just curious, because I think I remember seeing in one of the videos it said directed by...
Chessa. Her name's Chessa.
I want to get...
Subiando.
Yes.
It's like, that's my full last name, actually.
So that's how you got the name Nate Sib.
Yeah. My dad's stage name is Joe Sib. It's like shortened. Apparently there's a story where he was in a bar one day and he was like, I want to do stand-up comedy. Like, my full name is Joseph Subiando. And he was like, nah, bro, you're Joe Sib. And then he kept it the entire way. And I was like, bet.
No, that's kind of tough. I mean, it's sick to have like parents that like will push you to do like creative stuff, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But is that what they always wanted you to do? Like, I bet at some point you were going the school route as well, no?
I was going to school, yeah. They definitely wanted me to stay in school at some point. They kind of like, they were accepting of my creativity. Like they wanted me to be creative and like let it get out there and like do my thing. They weren't too like on me about homework or like too much pressure.
Before music, did you have something in mind? Like, I guess I'll resort to doing this.
Nah, I always wanted to do music.
Yeah.
Maybe like baseball or low-key film. I wanted to be an actor big time, or like get into directing or something. I still want to do acting at some point. Yeah, but music always for sure.
Who was like on your like the Nate Sib like mood board growing up? You know, like I'm sure there was certain artists you listened to, movies you watch, actors, like you said, like what was like on your mood board of what you thought was just cool as hell?
I really fucked with like Trap Nation remixes.
Yeah.
Like, but I also love Future. It's one of my favorite rappers. And then I actually really do love Justin Bieber. That was like the first artist I heard that was like, I remember his like his 2012 era or something, like Baby. I remember hearing that on an iPod Nano and I was like, this is sick. I couldn't tell if it was a girl or a guy.
Right.
And I was just like, this is just sounds incredible. But yeah.
What did you think at the time? Because funny enough, I also listened to Justin Bieber on my iPod Nano. Or I forget, Nano or the one that's like fatter?
I had the little square one.
Ooh,
like
that's the
clip.
shuffle.
Oh yeah.
The shuffle,
oh
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
I fucked up. Yeah, the shuffle. The shuffle. The Nano's the big one. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was getting so much hate back then. What was your thoughts
Yeah.
on that? Did you ever like think and be like, damn, like I don't want to be an artist. Like I don't want to get this one day, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Growing up, I definitely was like kind of scared to put myself out there. That's why I like just put myself out there. It took me a while. Like the internet is for sure scary sometimes, but you know, that's what you just got to put yourself out there. That's like the whole part of it though, is like once you just put yourself out there and you be yourself and you're just like, fuck all the hate, fuck all of this, and you just do your thing, like breaking out of that fear, it's so worth it. Because then it will just take you to places like, it will just get you to grow. Low-key, I just never did. I was super insecure. I think I just didn't care. I thought it was cool to be good at it and like not put it out. And like all my homies were always like, let's fucking, like, what are you doing? And I was just like, nah, like, I'm not down. And I just kept getting high and was just like, it was just fried. And then eventually I was like, okay, clearly this is what I need to do. I got sober and I just had like a awakening. And I was just like, this is what I need to do for sure.
We were talking about your mood board earlier on. You mentioned Future, right? I'm also curious to know because if you listen to your music, it's not totally like one genre. I could tell you pull from other things as well.
Yeah.
Like, are there any aspects of like underground rap that you put into it or like people that you were listening to?
I fuck with SOPHIE. SOPHIE was really hard. Like I was really into like pink pop, like candy sounding, like just like ear candy. Like when I was making my For You EP with Kimj, who's one of my producers, I was heavily into like Hannah Diamond and like SOPHIE. Like that type of pop is definitely, I'm like heavily inspired by that. Like just like hard hitting pop. Underground, like, I don't know.
Like, let's say when it was like 2016 and like X.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah?
No, 100%. Uzi, all of them. Cardi, big time. Like all of them are legends for sure.
You ever used to go to any of the shows?
Nah, actually.
Really?
I was too like, I was like homebody low key.
Yeah.
I just, yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, nah, I never did. I wish I did. They looked fucking crazy.
Yeah. What about your like your exact sound? Because like I said, you pull from many genres from what I can see, but like how would you describe it to someone who's just never heard your music before?
Like distorted pop, like distorted JB, distorted like futuristic pop. I don't know. It's so all over the place. Like I would just say distorted pop or just like new sounding pop probably.
Interesting, because people will throw around things like they'll be like hyperpop or they'll say like hardstyle and all these things
Nah, I'd say like distorted, like I don't know, it's like its own genre to me. Maybe other people don't think, but yeah.
You did say how, you know, you were kind of like insecure at a certain point and then your friends like kind of amped you up to put out music.
Hell yeah, yeah.
I read online that someone that was instrumental in that was Hollis because
Big time.
He was already making music.
Yeah.
Run me through like those days when he would kind of like convince you.
Yeah, no, so Hollis was doing music for a minute and he was growing. His original artist name was Drippy Soup. He was a rapper. And then he became 2hollis and he was gonna go to college and then his mom but then he was like, I don't wanna do this. And so his mom was like, if you're gonna drop out, you should move out and like go figure it out. And so my mom was like, you can move into ours. And I'd been homies with Hollis since elementary. And I'd just been seeing him taking off and I was like, it was right as I got sober and started kind of like figuring it out. And I was like, whoa, it was like perfect timing. He moved into mine. And I always saw him on Ableton and he was like, bro, get Ableton. And he taught me how to produce. He taught me, he was like a mentor, honestly. He was like, stay away from all the fucking bad shit. Like just focus on your shit. And then he was like, and then one time I came home and he was making a beat. He was like, you wanna hop on it? And I was like, I'm down. He's like, bro, your fucking voice is like a Ferrari. Like, it's like a fucking supercar. Like, bro, we got it. And I could just see it in him. And he was like, the first homie who was like, nah, you need to do this. And I was like, fuck, all right. So then we released the song, Why Can't You See, which was like a little beginning of my career. And then just from there, I met Kimj in New York and was just grinding on the EP. And it just like started going off. And he was just like definitely big inspiration, especially living with him at the time was like super.
Tell me about that. Like, what was like an average day like in the Nate Sib 2hollis household?
Just like he was living in the living room or the TV room that used to be, and it was his room, and it was just constant beats like every day. Like,
yeah, like loud ass beats.
Yeah, like low-key, like painting, shaking, like it was crazy. My mom's always like, damn, that beat kind of hard. Like, she was kinda, like into it. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's sick that she got it though, you know?
Yeah, she allowed it. It wasn't like she was like, you got to turn it off. Like she knew that it was going to be something big for sure. Yeah.
That's tough. So y'all met in like elementary school?
Yeah. Yeah. We played basketball together. We met actually playing flag football. Yeah.
You mentioned that you have like early music like with Hollis, but like I feel like to fans, the general debut was when you guys put out music in January of this year.
Afraid, yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think you don't have that much music out there, considering you guys are so close? And
there's definitely more to come. I would say just being in our own journeys of this is like, it's a grind. And I think he was in the time frame of just making so many, like he was making his album Boy, and then he was making this other album. And so we were just kind of all grinding on music so much that we just kind of, we have a good amount of songs. It's just like the right timing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just he needed to get to where he needed to be first, and it just like takes time. There's just a lot going on, but yeah.
How did it feel to put out Afraid though? I could tell, like, I'm not even in your circle, but I could tell that was like a huge moment for you guys.
Oh,
both.
big time. Yeah. We were at the Atlanta show backstage, and there was like an abandoned mall actually like kind of connected to the venue, and we were like, bro, let's just shoot this shit right now. And I just remember being so excited for it. It was so fun.
That's where you shot it, in an abandoned mall
on
tour.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, we were just like, fuck it, let's do it. But yeah, it was fun. It was exciting for sure. Big moment.
Yo, what up, y'all? Quick PSA, if you watch our channel, you probably make music yourself. I'm gonna assume a lot of you do. And to be an independent artist, you need a good distributor. My hands down pick, DistroKid. I mean, it's a no-brainer. A lot of the artists that we've interviewed have used DistroKid when they were first starting up. And yeah, I mean, getting your music on all the major streaming platforms is so easy with DistroKid, like Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. You get unlimited uploads, but more importantly, 100% of your earnings, and you just pay a yearly fee. So all that to say, if you actually want to start building your community and fan base, A, put out your music, don't let it sit there. B, I would recommend using DistroKid. And C, I am gonna leave you guys a special link in the description if you want to just sign up today. Yeah, I hope you guys keep enjoying this interview. I mean, I don't know if it says in the description or whatnot, but like sometimes you will direct a Hollis video and like Hollis will direct yours. Like,
yeah, we kind of all help each other out, like all of the homies. Like, but Hollis has a vision a lot of the times, and like we'll talk it out, and like together we'll just like be like, maybe we should do this and that, and like we kind of help each other out because we're all inspired by each other, like heavily. When anyone asks me like, who are you inspired by? I'm always like my homies. I feel like we all have something that's like, we just believe in so much that it's like, I just think it's like the time is now what we're doing. And I'm just feeling like we all just kind of help each other out and are just so inspired by each other. I don't know.
Talk to me about your homies. Like, tell me like to fans that don't know what Boylife is and like just your circle. Like, talk to me about your homies. Like,
I think it's just a special friend group. It's not really a boy band. It's just kind of like a special friend group that we've all known each other since like elementary school, growing up in LA, the crew that kind of just like clicked and just are all creative and just like do our own thing, and we're just all supportive, and it's just kind of like a crew that we just think is just special.
Nah, I respect it, bro. You mentioned that your sister directed one of the videos. I think the one that she did was my favorite. It was one where it was like you were in a house, you're kind of like running on the couch.
Yeah.
Don't fall.
Don't fall. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
That is your best video, hands down.
Wow.
And I think that's kind of what drew me to you, like being a bigger fan of you, was the videos, really.
Wow.
Because the music is sick, don't get me wrong, but it's like packaged with the videos, and I'm talking about like like the little replay cuts in it, like the slow-mo. There's always someone with like long hair in slow motion.
Yeah.
There's like flashing lights always.
Yeah.
Tell me about kind of how you like created that like look to your videos.
Growing up with my sister, she's has her vision, and I think I really fuck with like a liminal style. I mean, even the room we're in right now, like I love something about liminal spaces. And I just fuck with that style, and I just think it's so simple and it's like beautiful. And so I just wanted to bring it into the music I was making, and I just thought it fit. Like for Don't Fall, it just seems like a liminal song, and then it gets crazy, and it's like, I want lights flashing, I want this, I want like the sun going down and it's switching. Like, yeah, that video was just like, I had to listen to the song over and over and be like, I need you to understand this, and Chessa just took it away, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
She's great.
No, totally. And the lights I want to talk about as well, because not only in your music videos, but also at your shows. I remember I caught the very end of your show. I didn't get to see like the full thing.
Wait, which one?
I think it was in New York or LA. I'm forgetting.
Word.
But I remember I was on like the balcony. I was watching.
Fire.
And yeah, like flashing lights are like a really big thing.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Tell me about that. That seems to be constant through like your whole brand.
Just when the song's chaotic, I want it to feel chaotic through the feeling of the show. Just like, I don't really like colors. I just want it to be like simple, just like white lights. I think Hollis is like that too. Just very, just like white lights, flashy, simple. Just like, I just like the chaos part of the song when the lights are doing that. Yeah, something about that is just like, I want you to feel that chaotic moment for sure.
I have noticed that the colors are not like a big thing throughout your...
No, I just think it's, I don't know, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah,
It's like a headache vibe. I'm just like, I like it's just simple.
These past few years, I feel like you're not just like Nate, the kid in his bedroom making music. Like you fully have been like, all right, I'm gonna be an artist for my career.
Yeah.
What do you kind of feel like you've learned from being like a serious artist that like you didn't know in the beginning?
I think I've just learned like, just getting out of the cage, putting yourself out there, taking that step of like, just genuinely being like, I don't really fucking care what anyone says. I'm gonna put myself out there and I'm gonna give it my all. And it's hard, it's harder than it seems, but once you get past it, it gets easier. And just like, I've known I've always wanted to do this, but definitely, yeah, you have to be ready to just put yourself out there, and it can be difficult if you aren't, because there's just like so much on the internet that it can get overwhelming. But like,
give me an example. You talked about the internet and how like that's super, I guess, like toxic and whatnot, but like give me an example. Like
just reading comments, taking in that energy. You can take it in the wrong way. You can't like hear a tone over a text. You don't even know. You could be like taking something the wrong way, and it's just like a bad addiction. Because you can get addicted to it when people are on the internet talking about you a lot. I feel like
totally
it can get bad, but yeah.
You mentioned Kimj as well. I used to live in Bushwick in New York, and I was just walking down the street on Broadway, and this like Asian dude was like, "Yo, what's up? You're KTO." I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And he's like, "Bro, I produced for Nate Sib."
That's
and
hard.
He was mad cool actually. He was like swagged out too. Like his outfit was
yeah. He has his image.
Definitely.
That's something I love about Kimj. He's got it down. He's always just like got his style down.
Yeah, tell me about how he kind of like helped craft your sound, because he did play a pretty big role in your career.
100%. No, yeah, I mean, he was the only producer in the moment where I was like, he gets the vision. And I actually put him on to SOPHIE, and I was like, I want it to be like this. And I would kind of direct it, and then after directing it for a while, he understood what I was going for, and it just got easier and easier of like what he knows what I like now, and just like, but he's just so talented. I don't know, that fool is cracked. He's so talented. He's just like the Ableton wizard, and he's on FL all the time too. Like he knows every program. It's insane.
This might be a dumb question, but like, so I've been around a lot of producers, like rap producers, you know, you think it's like a lot more complex to make like the beats that like you guys are making? Because I have like a cousin who makes beats, right, who's super amateur. And when I showed him like your guys' type of music, he's like, bro, there's no fucking way I can try to make this, you know?
That's good. It's definitely, it's just like, they have their own swag. Like when I see Hollis and Kimj working on Ableton, it's like a homemade, like they just have their own little things. I think there's like, not like a certain way to do it. They're just like, they have their little techniques that they've taught themselves that makes their sound so unique. I'd say it's definitely complex in its own way. It's just like, even when I was trying to produce, figuring it out, I was like, you can't like make it up in your head. It's like you just have to watch it and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What needs to be in a Nate Sib like beat? Like, what's your beat selection like?
Distortion. I like distortion sometimes.
Totally.
Or just like piano. I love piano. Serum.
I think you said in an interview before where it's like you don't want to be caged into this like hyperpop lane, you know? Hyperpop, internet-y things, right? So expand on that, because I kind of get an idea what you're saying, but yeah.
I just don't want to be I don't want to be in a genre. I kind of want to be, I'm very all over the place. I'd say like the music I have out right now was an era, and it still is, and it's just growing. Like, I don't want to be in like a hyperpop genre. No diss, I love hyperpop. I'm just would want to be in my own lane probably.
When I think of hyperpop, and again, no diss, like there's been some fucking ill hyperpop artists.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is very much, how do I say this? Like, if you're a hyperpop artist, if you have like any sort of meme culture like associated with you, like it'll really help, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes I do wonder, I'm like, but like, do these artists ever feel like I'm gonna be not taken seriously, or I'll be like a meme artist?
Agreed.
Have you ever thought about that?
Agreed, yeah, totally. I think that's what the internet is, like, I don't fuck with sometimes, is it can like kind of destroy being taken seriously. Just like comments and shit, it just gets fried, but you know, it's funny, it's cool.
Funny enough, Hollis kind of does a good job at that, at like, people will make funny memes about him, but everyone knows he's also a very serious artist.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm assuming that's also kind of what you want for yourself, yeah?
Definitely, yeah.
Feel you.
Yeah.
You only put out one very short EP earlier in the year. You don't have like an album out yet.
It's in the works.
Yeah?
It's the best project yet, for sure. Just, I've only been putting out music for like 2 years, coming up soon. Just so new to it. I've never done an album before, so this is just like, I didn't want to rush it. I wanted my first album to be like, I almost actually put out an album, and then I talked it over with a bunch of people, and I think I just felt rushed. It was beautiful, and there was a bunch of songs that me and Kimj did. We had like a 12-song album, and I was like, let's just cut it down to an EP. I don't think I'm ready for, like, I want my album to be like, this is like a body of work where I'm like, I really like perfected it. And it just was like rushed. Like, we were on tour making these songs. Like, it wasn't like, I wanted it to be like very well done. So I think just the time, just taking time to do it. Yeah.
What is you said you're working on one, like what does this one kind of sound like?
Powerful. There's definitely like some interludes in there of just me singing on piano. Kind of like on Justin Bieber's new album where there's like the Glory voice memo where it's like him like on the guitar. There's some stuff like that. But then it's like mixed with some pop. It's a very good album. I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be the moment that where it's like it's gonna shine for sure.
Do you think it's gonna be more on like the popular side, or like a bit more on like the experimental side? Because I feel like you've done a bit of both.
It's gonna be more. I'd say more pop for sure. Yeah, mixed with like some beautiful interludes. Just like it's gonna tell a story, but I don't want to give it away yet. But it's gonna be really fire. Yeah.
What other producers are on there aside from like a Kimj or like
on the album?
Yeah.
We've got some new people in there that I've been working with. Like, there's this artist Loukeman who I really fuck with.
Yeah. I remember he did something with Pink Panthers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Loukeman's working on it. He's really, really, really talented. We've got some Hollis production on there, some Kimj, some Jonah. Just like, yeah. But Loukeman's dialing it down for sure. I'm really excited for the more art we have coming.
The people that you work with, I notice, are like usually in your circle. You ever think like, yo, outside of that, man, I really want to work with this person, but like I don't know him, I've never spoken to him, or
I want to work with Frank Ocean big time. Just a legend. Like, listening to Blonde a million times on tour, just like I'd never really listened to it all the way through, and I just was like, wow, fuck, like so talented. One day for sure.
That's like on the vision board, one day, Frank Ocean?
100%, yeah. I just want to hear I want to see his creative process. I'm just so curious.
Yeah, we all do. I'd love to watch Frank cook up,
you
know?
Yeah, Mk.gee is really cool too.
Ooh,
he's a legend. Great. Dijon, all of them are great. I love it.
You're making some of this album on tour, you said. I'm curious, like, what was like the craziest, like most memorable thing that you've experienced on tour, like aside from actually being on stage, you know, just like the experience of it?
There was one night in Chicago where me and Hollis popped out, and it was just like chaos. And I remember it was the first time, I mean, he's used to it, but I was just like an opener at the time. And I just remember like a bunch of people were coming up to me, and I was just like, whoa, this is like beautiful. Just everyone was like so hyped, and you could tell they were like really there. And I was just like, whoa, I'd never felt that before. And it felt like a high. It was just like crazy. That's another thing, being in elementary with Hollis and then touring the world with him, it's like not uncomfortable. Like I don't like know him. It's like, that's my brother. So it's like just fun to be around the world with like my homies.
Yeah, probably doesn't feel like business either, really.
Yeah, no, not at all. There were some times I was nervous for sure, and he was just like, you're gonna body that. Like just get hyped, like go meditate, go like get in your zone. So I just learned to like turn the lights off before a show and just kind of like get in my zone, which was inspiring for sure. Yeah, definitely learned just to like breathe and meditate. As corny as it sounds, but like it just works. You gotta get in your zone. But yeah.
You mentioned earlier something that was interesting to me, which is about like sobriety, right? And I think like, I mean, LA, music, like
it's total drug scene.
That's what it is.
It's gnarly, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm actually just curious, like, kind of how you kind of escape that.
A lot of my friends are sober. I just had to find the crew that was sober, and luckily it's my friend group. I mean, some of them drink here and there, but they don't do drugs, which is great. So it's like having that friend group definitely helps. And like one of my buddies goes to AA, and so we'll go to meetings sometimes, that helps. But I've just already growing up battled with it, and I think like right before I turned 18, I just had an awakening of like, it's time to sobriety has just shown me that it's gotten me here and like being myself and releasing music, so why would I go and get high? Because I know that I'll just throw it all away. So being around it, it's gotten to the point where of course like it will be hard, but I'm just like, I just look at where I'm at and I'm like, I don't need to get high. Like even last night I was at the studio and I was like, I want to get high, and my homies were like, bro, look at the car you're in, look at you have a girlfriend, look, you're touring the world, like, do you want to throw all that away? And I was like, dude, nah, fuck that. Because you just keep going. The days get hard, but when you stay sober through it, it truly always just, I don't know, it works.
And I think you saying that is really powerful, but also some people, it'll be drugs, but for other people, it'll just be like hobbies that they have, you know, that they can do, like replace that. Yeah. So what about you? Like, do you have like any niche interests that you just do outside of music that?
Going to the beach. I like the ocean. I just like jumping in the water, skateboarding sometimes, hanging out just with the homies. Luckily, all of them are like not doing drugs, so it's just like we just chill and hang.
That's what's up.
It's helpful. I don't know.
Nah, I feel it, bro. Yeah. I do want to know what your kind of next like leap is that you want to take, because I have seen videos, you know, obviously like you've been on tour with Hollis, you were on the Coachella stage when he brought you out, but I feel like you also want to put other people on, and you want to have that position that he's in right now as well, you know? Totally. So talk to me about that. Like, is that like a goal you have going forward? Like,
yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to play Coachella on my own. Goal is to headline it one day. Like I want to do that for sure. Like that's a goal, and I definitely want to bring one of my friends on like he did for me. It's like changed my life for sure. Just balling, inspiring sobriety, just like having a fan base that loves me and I connect with them, and just touring the world, selling out stadiums, just being an inspiration. Like, I don't know, having a house, just, I don't know, yeah.
No, that's what's up, bro. I see it for you, and next step, I gotta come see a full show by you. I feel like that's something I gotta do.
Bro, come to the Fonda, LA, if you can make it.
I live in New York.
Oh, yeah,
and you guys, you're not going to New York, right?
Yeah, nah.
How can you do a tour with no one in New York, though? That's crazy.
I know. I just did New York on Leg 1, so I was like,
facts.
But it was, I'll be back for sure.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you sitting down. And
of course, dude. Thank you.
Nice meeting you, bro.
Nice meeting you, too.
Nate Sib, KTO.